Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new video and it's a tutorial on this look. I wanted to do a very party glam nighttime look, so I did a black smoky eye with a gold inner corner and I paired it with a nude lip. And if you guys want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be priming our eyelids. I'm just going to use a concealer and then I'm just going to blend it out with my finger. And I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend this out. Once the concealer is all in, we're going to be setting that with whatever setting powder that you have. And you want to do this so that your eyeshadow blends smoothly. So that's why you set it. I mean, you don't have to, but and then once the eyes are prepped, I'm gonna start going in with the eyeshadows. And for this look, I'm gonna be using the Morphe 35P, and I'm also gonna be using Too Faced Chocolate. So once we have our eyelids prepped, we want to start going in. Well, what I usually do is I go in with a light transition shade, and I just buff that into my crease to get it started. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna take this color right here from the 35P and I'm just gonna work that in my crease. And I'm working it from outer corner to inner corner because I really want this crease to be really defined. But then it doesn't matter how messy you get on this area because we're gonna be cleaning it up to make the V really sharp at the end. I'm just gonna use a brown, but you can use any color you want for the black to fade into. So I'm just gonna take a smaller blending brush and I'm gonna take this color right here and I'm just gonna focus that in that same area where I applied the other one, but I'm gonna keep this one more focused on like this line right here. Okay, once we have that in, I'm gonna take this color, the Salted Caramel from the chocolate bar. I'm gonna take it on the first fluffy brush, and then I'm just gonna like blend these two out, but kind of like bringing it up a little more onto the brow bone. And then for a smoky eye, what I like to do to add as a base for the black to really grab on is I add some gel eyeliner, black, any brand, anything you want, or you can add brown or whatever, just a gel liner. So I'm gonna be using the Maybelline Studio liner on a small flat brush like this one. Just gonna take some of that liner and I'm gonna start putting it on my eyelid, but I'm gonna try to keep it really low. I'm not gonna go above my crease or like not even too close to my lid. I just want it on my eyelid because we're gonna be blending that out, and so I don't want it to get too messy. And then you want to work it really close to the lash line so that you don't have these like white spots. Even though we're going to be covering that with eyeshadow, you just want to cover it so everything's really dark. And I'm going to do this same thing to the other eye. So you're just going to grab a clean brush and you're going to start blending these edges out a little bit without any product on it. And then you just want to kind of blend it as if you were blending any eyeshadow into your crease. Just start blending the edges and kind of bringing it up a little bit closer. And you want to blend it upwards and closer to your crease, but you don't want to bring it too high up where it's going to cover those colors that we laid down before, because then it can really look like a black eye. And the inner corner, I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm just going to add a little bit of a black shadow and blend it out with a smaller detail brush, because with this one it'll be too thick and it'll just mess up the whole inner corner. So I want to keep it like with the harsh line for now, and then we will blend that in later. So you see how in this eye it got a little bit messy? We'll fix that after. So once we kind of have that blended in, we want to start applying the So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the black eyeshadow that's in the 35P palette, and I'm going to apply it with a flat shader brush. I'm going to use this one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a good amount of it, and I'm just going to kind of set. I'm not going to start blending anything. I'm just going to pat it, and I'm going to set that black gel liner. So once that's set in, I'm just going to take a another just fluffy blending brush. This one's kind of flat. I'm going to take some of that black, but I'm not going to take a lot of it. And then I'm just going to start to blend out the edges into where I blended out that black liner before. So like this whole crease, I'm going to start blending it out with some eyeshadow. Now I'm going to start kind of like blending it into the inner corner, but I'm going to try to not get it too blown out in the inner corner, if that makes any sense. I don't want it to look like I have a bruised eye on the inner corner. I want to keep that area clean. And so even if you have a smaller brush, I'm going to use the other side of this brush, that it's like a pointier part. And I'm just going to take that and blend that in here. And then with my brush, I'm just kind of dragging that black out. It doesn't matter, like we're going to clean it up after anyway, but I want to kind of get a little feel for that shape. And then if you need to clean anything up, you can always go back in with the transition shades that you used before and kind of just go over the areas where you want to clean up. So like right here, I want to clean up a little bit of that black. So I'm just going to take a flat brush, and then I'm just going to add that into that area. And then with a clean brush, just kind of blend it out. Okay, so once we have the black all settled in, oh my god, I look crazy right now, but don't worry, we will fix it. I'm going to take my blending brush, the big fluffy one, and the thinner one, and I'm going to just add in more color on the outside to blend out the edges of the black, and to also add in more of that brown to like kind of fade out, so it's not just like a lot of black. So we're going to take our makeup wipe, and what I do is I just wrap it around my finger, and then I'm going to clean up the outside of my line. And on the inner corner, if anything got messy in there, you can always go back in and clean it up as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face off camera, and then I'll come back in and finish the eyes. I'm going to take some of that black shadow, and I'm just going to run it really close to my lower lash line. Once that's all in, I'm going to blend it out with a pencil brush. And I'm going to take my Sigma brush, and then I'm just going to take those colors that I used in the crease and more browns and stuff like that to blow out the lower lash line. And I'll start with the lightest one from the Morphe palette, and I'll just start blending that in there. And depending on how blown out you want it or how smoky you want your lower lash line, you can just drag the colors down a little more. Then I'm just going to start darkening the browns that I use. So start with the lightest one and then build up with darker browns. And then I'm going to go back in with more black and do this step 1,000 times until it is the color that I want. Then with a clean pencil brush, this is from the Naked palette, I'm going to use this side, the thin side, and I'm going to use that light shade from the chocolate bar. I'm going to mix them and then just blend it into the edge here so that it kind of fades out into that same peach color that we have at the top. Then I'm going to take this Marc Jacobs eyeliner, and I'm going to run that on my waterline and my upper lash line. So once I have the liner in my waterline, I'm just going to set it with some eyeshadow. This will help it stay longer. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with some inner corner highlight. I want the inner corner to really pop and really be like gold and glittery and sparkly. So I'm going to be using the highlighter from Becca and Jaclyn Hill, the Prosecco Pop. And I'm going to pack it with that Prosecco pop. And then I'm just going to add it to my inner corner. I'm going to start just here. And then I'll start bringing it in. And then just adding it with tapping motions, not swiping. I don't want to move any of the black shadow. I just want to put this right on top of it. And the same on the bottom. I'm just going to drag it a little bit in the inner corner. And I'm going to take the other side of this brush. And I'm just going to kind of blend them in. Then I'm going to add some wing liner. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it and it was easy for you guys to follow along. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe in the bottom bar. Follow us in our social media. Everything will be listed down below. I will also list all the products that I used in the description bar. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. More natural. Subscribe in the bottom box. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. What?